So, peaches. They're pretty much my favorite fruit, except for well, actually, okay. My favorite fruit is persimmons, but I can only find them around Christmas time. So I'll have to settle for peaches, which today, peach crush. And there's a couple interesting things I want to talk about before we get into this. So I have I have a comparison that I want to make. Okay, between this and something else. That is peach Izzy. What is that, you might ask? That is Izzy is it's like a healthy fruit juice, carbonated water. Fucking it's it's like sparkling water, kind of, but it has a really strong fruit flavor because they put fruit juice in it. And so like Izzy is like 6% juice or whatever, right? And it tastes pretty good. It's got a lot of carbonation. I like that. This, on the other hand, see what that says? No juice. What the fuck? So that's kind of weird. Otherwise, I don't know. Did you guys know that peaches come from China? Let's give this a. Whoa, that's a lot of. I mean, it smells like peaches. Which is impressive for artificial flavoring. Usually it tastes nothing like the actual fruit, but I think this comes kind of close. All right, well, let's give a taste test then, shall we? Okay. Has a good aftertaste. That's interesting. Kind of tastes like peach or nectarine. Do you guys know that nectarines are almost the same fruit as peaches? It's the difference between a dominant gene and a recessive gene, I think. Yeah, this is pretty good. I actually think that this is probably the best. Well, okay, I'm biased because I just said that peaches are my favorite fruit, but I think this is the best crush flavor. Other ones I've had are at least orange and what the fuck's the other one? The purple fruit, grape. Yeah, yeah, grape. I've had grape and orange crush, and I think that artificial orange and especially artificial grape tastes nothing like the real fruit. This one I think comes kind of close, despite having no juice. The aftertaste is great. I love that. That tastes like almost like the actual fruit. Although I think the peach Izzy might have been just slightly better, but it's almost indiscernible. The main difference is probably just like the nutritional value of this, right? There's no fruit, so it's not healthy. I also see this red 40, so my DNA is probably getting unraveled as we speak. What else is there? High fructose corn syrup. Yeah, a whole lot of fucking garbage and 190 calories. I think the small peach Izzy can was like 60. So I don't know. Maybe it's worth just to spend a few more pennies on the healthier option. But I think this is pretty good. I do wish though that there were like the healthier options just tasted a little bit closer um to like the original, I guess is what you could call it. Like I've had what's it called? I've had like okay, so there's these probiotic sodas, right? I've reviewed a couple of them before, like Olipop, for example. Um, it, so there's probiotics in it, and probiotics are good for you, but I don't think they taste good. That's the issue. So you have to get one of those flavors that masks that taste kind of well. Also, they're really expensive compared to regular soda, which is also really expensive. But so like for example, the I've had some Olipop flavors where it tastes bad because straight up it just yeah, like they try to do this thing where it's like, hey, trust me, this is like Coca Cola but better. And then you try it and it's like, well, okay, but this doesn't taste nearly as good as Coca Cola does. But then I had like the Dr Pepper one. I was like, you know what? This is pretty close to the real thing. Not that I ever bought it again because it's very expensive, but some of them can almost pass for being like, you know, you could replace your regular unhealthy soda from your diet with a better option, and maybe you'll see some improvements in your life. But some of them are just so bad where it's like, you know what? I get that this other option is healthier. It just doesn't taste as good. So fuck it, get it out of here. But this, I think, you know what? I think just fucking honestly, if you have a soda stream, I wonder if you could like just straight up just juice a peach and then, you know, mix it in with water and then carbonate it. You might have like the healthiest option. But that's so much effort. Who the hell gives a shit? In other news, this review is pretty much done. I like this. If you like peaches, get this. This is so good. But review is done. But last thing I want to talk about, because I'm really excited about this. So I have a new hobby. I've already talked about it a couple times. I like making mead. That's so much fun, and it tastes really good. And so I have only a few glass containers, glass carboys, right? So I can only make so many batches of mead at one time, and it takes like minimum 2 months before you have something that's drinkable and doesn't taste like gasoline. So I was really thinking, okay, we can do honey and maple syrup. That makes acergolin. I was like, okay, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Maple syrup mead, that sounds pretty good. Or blueberry. I think that sounds pretty good. That makes a blueberry melomel. And I was like, whoa, okay, that sounds cool. And I was like, okay, which one do I do? Blueberry or maple syrup? And I was like, I'm such a dumbass. Why not just do both? Why not just combine both and make like a blueberry pancake mead? Am I crazy? Maybe. I think this is a good idea. But anyway, in like 2 or 3 months, expect another really cool drink review to come up. All right. Anyway, that's enough for me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get a peach crush or peach Izzy if you can find that. Which I only found it for the first time like a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's limited time. I don't know. But peach drinks, pretty good. See you later.